Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on CapnclydesMTG. And hell, while we're doing reviews, let's take a look at some of the best secret layers that came out in 2024 and maybe even give them a little bit of a rating because we had some doozies. So before we get started, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Links down below: YouTube, TCG Player. Subscribe on YouTube, Patreon, whatever. Support the channel. Do the thing. Or just come on over to Twitch and hang out while we play some games and I cuss at the world because the games are hard. Anyway. So we're going to look at some of the best secret layers that came out of 2024. And there's actually quite a few. I'm not going to lie. We're going to start off with Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Sold well. Not all of it sold immediately, but it did sell out relatively quickly. Good old Tim the Enchanter, Prodigal Sorcerer's Timmy, was one of the headlining cards, in my personal opinion, out of the set. Just in general, Monty Python and the Holy Grail was fantastic. And the reason why I say it was good, but not as good as some of the other ones is, like I mentioned, it was easy to get a hold of. Not that there was maybe more per se printed or available, but just there was some people upset not to get it, but pretty much everybody was able to get it. I was able to get plenty of it, even an hour or so into the launch. So it was not a giant catastrophe like some later ones we'll talk about. Anyway, so pretty good. D&D Karlach's Rage. This one was okay as well. It did sell out rather quickly. And a lot of this, I believe, did come from Baldur's Gate hype, along with other things. The original printing of this card from Karlach spiked as well during that time. But this secret layer gave people a way to guarantee to get it for almost the same price as the card was selling for at the time, which you can believe that. But anyway, along with some other cards that were specifically for her, and it was pretty sweet because, as you all know, Karlach is the #1 girl. So, moving on, we also had the Peach Momoko, I believe is what it's called, set. It had amazing art, good reprints. Past that, it didn't really sell. I mean, it sold out, but it wasn't one of those big uproars or anything. It was kind of like, oh, damn, I missed it. But all in all, it was a great set. People liked it. People loved the art, and it did sell well. Next, we have one of my favorites, Just Add Milk Second Helpings. That's right, we had another edition of cereal cards, like the good old days when boxes of cereal looked funny. And we had a set of Magic cards come out in a previous secret layer just like this. They made a second going of it, and it sold amazingly. Not so much selling out or being in real high demand at release. I managed to get plenty of it for myself, but at the same time, it was an amazing set, and I just love the art and everything that it's doing. Reprint's pretty sweet, too. Then we have this little bitty, Monty Python and Holy Grail Volume 2. This one actually sold a lot better than the original Monty Python Volume 1. And I don't remember exactly why. There's lots of theories. I mean, Door to Nothingness is not all that great of a card. It sees play in Commander or whatever. But it could be anything. I've heard the cards were better, which I don't believe. I've heard the art was better, depicting different Monty Python scenes. That I believe, in my personal opinion. But at the end of the day, it's the fact that those two, we'll say, constructive criticisms clash with each other is what made both of these volumes sell well. But clearly, people did favor one more than the other. So, it is what it is. But hey, I mean, it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's just a good. Just good. Then we had this one. The artist series Ravana Cow, I think. It's a fan favorite artist, had great reprints, and I want you to look at this art. Like, this reminds me of like Kaladesh Inventions as far as how sweet the art looks. Reprints, not so hot, but just the art in general, like, I cannot describe how cool these cards look. And I was really impressed with the art that was done. I think this is one of the sets that's going to age very well. It shares a lot of things. Not only is it very poster style, not like 80s posters, but it is a kind of a poster style like you may see at a movie theater, kind of, sort of, while at the same time having that really cool fantasy feel that you would see a picture from in like a fantasy book of D&D, Pathfinder, or what have you, which people really, really do like. Next, we have the Marvels. That's right. Here's where we're going to start this hot mess. So, Marvel Iron Man, Tony Stark drop was thematic and powerful, and it became very popular. People liked it. People immediately made decks around it, and it sold out, like most Marvel decks, very, very quickly. Along with that, we had the giant debacle of the selling platform crashing, kicking people out of line, you name it. And so many people wanted this Marvel Secret Lairs series that it sold out in a matter of what felt like minutes. It was just absurd. And by far, Iron Man was one of the most popular ones out of this series. And yeah, definitely one of the more popular Secret Lairs of 2024. And that's going to lead right into Wolverine. Same thing, same verse, second verse, same as the first. I think what made this one real popular for everybody is the fact that regeneration came back. This is a ability people said they would not put in Magic again. It fits Wolverine. Not saying it doesn't, but it does make it very unique as a card. So, again, with the sell-through rate crashing, like I mentioned before, and how much people wanted this set, it was really insane how fast that this set sold through during the Marvel release, making it one of the hottest topics of Secret Lair for the year, as people immediately turned around and sold these things for double what they bought them for, just a mere days later. And with that being said, we cannot overlook Storm, Force of Nature, the most popular Marvel Secret Lair from the set. I mean, I heard stories about people like being so upset, sending nasty grams to Wizards and ready to fight over the fact they couldn't get this card. I've seen this card sell, well, the Secret Lair, that is, sell for close to $200 online at one point. Just the hype and the insanity of people wanting this card was insane. And I can't lie. I believe out of all the Marvel Secret Lairs, this was the one I wanted really bad. It was not, we'll say, advertised as much or talked about as much. And I thought, well, that's cool. I like the art. I love Storm. I think she's a great character. I like the card's ability. I think I'll get a couple of them. Again, a giant debacle, which caused us not to be able to get anything. So yeah, I'm real pissy about it. No, I'm not going to pay aftermarket prices for it, because I've decided not to. We'll just leave it at that, and you can just make up your own mind why. So feel free to put it in the comments down below. And then we have this bad boy, Fallout Secret Lair. That's right. This thing is probably one of the best Secret Lairs. It did not sell out like Marvel. It did not have all the backlash from poor distribution, poor ordering, poor website mechanics, and all that other stuff. However, the one thing it did do is produce a $1,300 Mana Vault that everybody and their brother praise the God they open when they get this set. So, I mean, when you make a set that's $50 and you could possibly pull a $1,400 card out of it, that tends to be a bit skewed. And prior to streaming this video, I have not looked at how much one of these sets are going for, since you have a possibility to get a mana vault in it. I shudder to think what that price might be. But it's weird how sometimes it doesn't necessarily raise the price. I mean, depending on what you're looking at. So, if we were to look at the non-foil edition of this, still sporting $50. So, I mean, this is what's currently at TCG Player. But maybe you need the foil edition to get the special mana vault, we'll say. I'm not sure that's a thing, but let's say it is, and let's take a look what that looks like. Let's see, Rainbow Foil Edition, $55. So if you're a gambling person and you wanted to spend $500 on 10 of these to hope to pull $1,300, you could easily do that. However, the first thing that comes to my mind is, with that kind of price tag, who wouldn't crack these open as cheap as they are? And B, how many shenanigans of people opening them and resealing them once they figure out they're not the right, they're not a mana vault, will you actually have, meaning that anyone that you do buy will definitely not have a mana vault. So, sad but true. But hey, that's Magic for you, and sometimes you just miss the boat. So, with all that said, guys, there you have it. That's my idea of what the best secret layers of 2024 were. So, tell me down below what you think. And until next time, be kind. And as always, I hope to see you crossing the game table. And I hope that God somebody pulls out a $1,300 mana vault. I just want to see it. I just want to touch it. I'll smell it. Anyway.